What's up, Griddle Nation? All right, I'm here at Nate's house. I'm walking in, doing a video tonight. Got the call yesterday. Sausage, peppers, and onions. So, oh wait, Nate said fancy sausage, peppers, and onions. I'm not sure what that means. I have no idea what that means. So let's find out. Fancy.
Like, subscribe.
So as skeptical as he is, this is going to be an interesting one. I'm going to try to fancify sausage, onion, pepper. So the plan, the ingredients are here. I've got 2 jars of roasted peppers. I have white onion, red pepper. I have some fresh Italian bread from the market, some sharp provolone cheese, a whole buttload of basil. Right? So the plan is basil, yes. The plan is we're gonna do a typical, and I have 2 different types of uncased sausage, bulk sausage. I have sweet Italian, I have hot Italian. So we're gonna make 2 sandwiches. They're gonna have the sausage meat, provolone cheese, onions, peppers, roasted pepper, and fresh basil and sharp provolone. So that's how we're gonna fancify them. Does that suffice?
That's different. That sounds different than I've ever heard.
Then we're gonna cut them in triangles, just to make them look pretty.
You throwing the broccoli in there too?
No, the broccoli is a challenge for these 2 guys. Jeff's off camera right now. Step into the frame here, Jeff.
I got it figured out. I got the broccoli figured out.
So here's the thing. A lot of what we cook on the Griddle Guys is not necessarily low fat, right? Or low carb or low whatever you're doing, right? So my thought was, you're cooking on the griddle, you're tailgating, you're on the patio, you're on the deck, whatever. I wanted a one-handed vegetable. Something that was kind of healthy that you could like carry around and eat. This is obviously not healthy. Right? This doesn't qualify as low anything.
Vegetables, I see.
Yeah, I guess. So you 2 guys have to figure out how to cook that broccoli on the griddle and carry it in one hand and have it be a somewhat healthy option. All right, that's on you.
I mean, we can't use butter to cook it?
That's up to you. I mean, I don't know. That's Jeff. He's the diet guy. Can we eat butter?
Butter has no carbs. That's the story. That's what we're sticking to.
So that's the challenge. I'm making the fancified sausage, onion, pepper sub. These guys are making broccoli.
You're using the ground sausage. Those aren't sausage.
Isn't all sausage ground?
Well, those are the sausage links.
Cased. Cased, yes, correct. I was gonna buy the case ones and just cut them out, but then I'm like, I saw this, I go, well, then I don't have to cut them out of the casing.
And you're gonna cook that on the griddle all right.
Dude, you're not going anywhere, just stick around.
All right.
All right, let's go. So 95% of this is gonna happen out at your griddle or, not in the kitchen, but this is the bread we get. Nice, fresh piece of, it's just labeled Italian bread. Chris, you're Italian.
It's Italian.
It qualifies?
Yeah, it looks good.
So what I normally do is come across this way, and what I end up with is, I don't know if it happens to you guys, you get like wavy bread when you cut like all the way across like this. So this time, I figured I'd go this way, just start in the middle. Pretty much a 50-50 split, top to bottom. And it kind of made it easier to just get it straight. Like I didn't even use a serrated knife. And then,
better off not using a serrated knife. Serrated knives make a mess.
I will say this knife is sharp, right? But like, look at that. That's like a pretty much perfect split.
Good for garlic bread right there.
Right.
Perfect.
So then we're gonna hollow this out. Okay, I don't want to give away exactly how this sandwich is gonna come together, but Jeff, grab me that bag of bread innards over there, if you will. I'm not hollowing it.
Potatoes.
Make some croutons.
This stuff is delicious. I'm not hollowing it out like super thin. Just creating a void to hold the sausage. But this bread, I know Jeff's not gonna eat it, but this
is like perfect for like meatballs. I made fresh breadcrumbs.
Oh, really?
You don't even have to try it out. You just put this in the food processor. Works perfect.
Just like that, huh?
Just like that. Really good.
I'm not a bread guy, and like, can you smell it?
Oh yeah.
I'm like, that's good bread.
I love that bread.
Stuff's addictive.
That bread's the best.
All right, so now we have 2 shells. 2 shells.
You like that better than French bread, both you guys?
I like this better than the French breadstick.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
Good.
That's a toss-up. That is a tough one. When I was in high school, there was a bodega right around the corner, and I used to go and get a Tripoli's, the local bakery. I used to go and get a stick of bread after school. and just sit there. After football practice, just have a stick of bread. And then I didn't play football, and I still got a stick of bread after school.
So you stop burning off
After I was
1,000
done being
calories.
third string, lineman, for 2.5 years, I called it. Anyways, all right. So Nate put me on task of skewering or figuring out how to skewer.
Yeah, your task was to figure out how to make a healthy one-handed side. Because if you're standing in a parking lot at, well, I guess we can't say a Patriots game because there's no more of those games. If you're standing in a parking lot at a Buffalo game, right, or a Texas game,
Any game, yeah.
you don't want to be dealing with a fork, right? So, one-handed vegetable. That's the challenge.
So Nate was nice enough to clean up some broccoli, left in a nice sized chunks. The idea behind this, and I did it earlier today just to make sure it was going to work, and it did, is you want to cut them to be about the same size. Doesn't matter what size, but obviously you want them to be
What are you
bite-sized.
going to do with these? Are these going right directly on the cooking surface?
These
or
are
are you
gonna go
steaming these? Or
right-
are they going in the microwave?
Hey, wasn't he yelling at you for jumping ahead? Don't worry about how I'm going to do it. But
Yeah, thanks, Jeff.
the key is to try and make it consistent. So whatever size you pick, you want it to be, I already cheated, did a couple. So that way as you roll it around the griddle. So this is gonna be on the griddle. We are gonna use a tin.
We'll show them when we get out there.
And it's gonna be good,
Hey,
trust me.
Chris, you ever heard the expression "a feather in your cap"? Did you notice this?
That's a real little feather.
What is that, Jeff? What is that?
He had a feather in his cap.
Are we walking around with a feather in our cap?
It looks like a feather.
A little
Makes a lot
proud
of
today.
sense now. Things make a lot of sense now.
Where did that come
The
from?
smaller the skewers, the better, by the way.
The thinner, you mean?
The thinner, yeah.
All right, so we're out at the griddle.
Freezing.
It is pretty cold out tonight, and not only that, but it is windy. If you have the wind guards, definitely you would need them tonight. I'm actually gonna start with the onion pepper because for the onion pepper here, I want these guys really soft. So I'm gonna get them down. I'm gonna put the meat on top. And I gotta keep the meat separate because I have spicy sausage and I have regular sausage because some family members don't like the hot sausage.
All I need is like 7 to 10 minutes for the broccoli.
7 to 10, huh?
7 to 10.
So get these two maybe over there. That's the non-spicy. Next up is Chris's fave, the spicy.
This is the best sausage right here, ever.
It really is.
And I really mean
it
that.
really is, and it's a
I
solo
haven't
brand.
found anything better, and I'm talking all kinds of butcher shops I've been to.
Yeah, this
From our
is
market.
just the, but you know what?
Not
is-
our butcher, our market.
It is from our market, but they outsourced it to a sausage company in Boston that specializes in sausage. So
They do it right.
yeah, I want to say it's Bucci and Son, but I'm not sure. All right, so we're gonna get this.
Bucci from Guinea.
This is probably gonna
Nice,
take,
nice.
in this weather, Jeff, I'm gonna guess,
65 minutes.
hopefully not 65. But is that enough room for your broccoli, or you need me to move this over?
No, that's good, as long as I got room for the tin. That looks good.
All right. So I'm not gonna cut this up fine. I'm not gonna do like the cheesesteak, like we normally do, where we make it real fine. I'm actually gonna leave this a little bit chunky.
I like that.
Well, is chunky mean fancy? I don't know. Fancy?
Actually, everything about this cook is fancy. I'm even wearing my fancy coat.
It is the nicer of the two.
Right?
I
Pretty
actually,
sad. They're gonna say, Nate, some bird shit on you right about here.
everybody says that. It's paint. It's paint.
Yeah.
Karen actually asked me the other day. She's like, "Is that bird shit on your coat?" I'm like, "No, it's paint."
Nothing to see here.
Yeah.
Nate showed that himself right there, this little patch.
You guys will be happy to know I actually threw out my other coat. The
Did you
torn
really?
one.
The one you caught on fire?
Yes, the one I caught on fire.
Out here when we did the smoking?
Yeah, I had to throw it out. I finally gave up on it.
Wow.
I had to.
If you guys want, I can get it out of the trash.
No.
What do you think?
You got a good solid
Yeah, we
20
can start a
20 plus
fire.
years out of it, Nate, so that's pretty good.
That's what we should have done, is had a fire going tonight.
Yeah. It's cold.
Yeah, it's cold.
Ah, it smells like the beach.
That smells good. No, it's like coming out of
The fairgrounds or the...
Coming out of Fenway Park, and you got the
Yeah,
sausage
there you
park.
go.
That's what it smells.
There you go.
All right.
You know, the Griddle Guys, we're doing videos. I think we're almost into our 4th year. Never once have we done sausage.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was thinking about that. Never once.
It's probably only in the 30s, but the wind is
30 degrees with 30-mile-an-hour wind.
brutal.
Zero.
Brutal.
Yeah.
So I got my broccoli on skewers. I'm just gonna put that right on the griddle.
Not laying anything down. No oil, no butter. You gotta be clear. So people know.
This guy in the butter, he won't let it go.
So people know.
So we're gonna put the broccoli down. The reason why I didn't put the butter down first is because I want to put the butter on top, and I'm just gonna baste these. And trust me, the butter's gonna go through the broccoli and it's gonna coat. By the way, this butter, the second time I warm it up to melt it. Anyways, so you just baste these with a little bit of butter. You can hit them with seasoned salt of your choice or choosing. In this case, we got Rub Done Right. Thank you guys. I sent out a couple of these. This one's black garlic.
Yeah, he has a link for us to put in the description.
And a code.
And a code.
Discount code.
Discount code. It's good stuff. Really good stuff. So the ironic thing with Chris and the butter is, do you know how often he makes fun of me for using too much butter?
Yeah.
And the second you don't use butter, he's complaining about you?
Yeah. So,
Chris, you seem to be a man of hypocrisy. I don't know.
Low heat, by the way, on this broccoli.
Because I give him crap doesn't mean I don't like it.
I'm just turning the sausage, get it cooked all the way through. It's tough in the, first of all, with the wind and the steam coming off of it, I can't actually see it.
Yeah,
that's the same for you, right?
That too. All right, so we got this basting. Do a little more seasoning. We tasted this stuff off camera. This stuff.
That's the black garlic, right?
Black garlic.
Garlic. Fantastic.
Yeah, outstanding.
Fantastic. Really
Well,
good
your butter really did refreeze, huh?
Oh yeah, and that's the second time. Yeah, so we're just gonna spin these, and this is why it's nice to try and make them consistent. So now we're going to cover. I'm gonna do a little bit of water under there.
Looks like the whole thing's on fire.
Man, my nose is cold.
And we're just
Chris,
gonna give
my
that
nose is cold.
couple minutes with the broccoli. Flip, baste, it'll be done.
Bread's kind of getting frozen, huh? Yeah.
Take the whole tray, probably easier.
Yeah, I thought that's what Jeff was saying.
Yeah.
As usual, Griddle Guys are communicating
Gotcha.
at 100%.
And as usual, I'm blocking the camera. Jeez.
Yeah. So I really want to stuff
Not
this.
blocking as much as you used to.
Nice.
I'm gonna put a ton of basil on this side.
It'll blow away.
I know. All right, so as you can see, we have a lot of fresh basil. Now we're gonna layer the roasted peppers on. This is what's really gonna bring a lot of flavor.
We're getting fancy, people.
Starting to look fancy.
We're getting fancy.
And now Jeff cheese that.
Heavy cheese?
No, just a single layer of cheese. Because a sausage, pepper, onion sub doesn't typically have a lot of cheese or any cheese. So just a single layer is good. All right, now we're gonna close this before the wind blows everything away. It's great.
All right, let me pull my broccoli real quick. I'll get that out of the way for
Do it
you.
with a broccoli as soon as he pulls it. Woo! Takes a village, people.
Yeah.
Apparently today it does. This is going back on here. And now we gotta do the next one. This is gonna be the spicy one. Same process. Take all the meat, load the bottom. I should say meat, onions, peppers. Jeff, can you dump that other jar of peppers into the...
Yep. Fancy time.
Oh, look at that. Chris jumping in and helping out. Thank you,
Hope
sir.
it tastes as good as it smells and looks right now. How can it not?
A lot of fresh basil. Basil, you know, you can't beat basil.
Got your peppers?
Thank you. You want to grab the cheese, Jeff? Oh, Chris
Gotcha.
already got it?
Gotcha.
Nice.
All right.
Wow, this is fancy.
Oh, you're coming around, huh,
I'm impressed,
Chris?
Nate.
You're coming
You got
around.
You got me.
Can you pull that off so I can scrape this with the two-hander?
Yep.
What's that?
I'll put this on top first.
No. Well, I probably do, but for now, no.
If I said, you want to leave it off? He would have said, no, I want to put it on top.
I just don't want the burned sausage getting on the bottom of the bun. All right. As you guys can see, I'm eating a piece of sausage because I'm freezing.
Yeah.
I put a weight on top, squish these down. I'm trying to really compress them. Want to really kind of turn this into a panini, if you will, and melt the cheese. Bring everything together. Give it a little flip.
Fancy panini.
Put it back on, Jeff. Let's give that a crush. I use my weight because Jeff's so skinny now that we can't use his weight.
Nice.
I'm gonna turn the heat. I'm gonna go up medium high at this point, just because it's so windy and cold out.
Is it? I didn't notice.
Yeah, right? Can't feel our fingers.
Guys, if you made it this far, we appreciate a like, a subscribe.
If my fingers are this cold,
Yeah.
you guys can use your fingers to hit like and subscribe.
It's free. It really is.
Really helps us.
And to our Patreons. Gonna have a video drop soon, I think. Coming up.
All right, so we've pressed these down. We're freezing, so we're gonna pull them in. Jeff's sandwich, the low carb wrap, I imagine, Jeff. High protein, low carb.
You're like an angel over there, Nate. You got a halo with the light over your back.
Run these inside. Actually, if you want to grab that bowl right there, scoop up the rest of the cooked meat. And Jeff, I'll grab you a plate for yours.
Good deal.
All right. Wow. So thank you for sticking with us throughout that cooking outdoor experience. That was tough.
Hopefully you're warmer than we are.
That was very, very, very cold. Very challenging.
My fingers look like they just got out of
Keep the griddle hot. So here's the last part of the fancy part, right? I'm gonna cut off the end. We get some good crispness to it.
Smells delicious, by the way.
And we're gonna cut these into some beautiful paninis, and that's kind of what I was looking for right there.
Nice.
So I'll hold that up to the camera, and I'll hold this up over here. All right?
That's good.
So that's what I was looking for. I do smell fresh basil. That does look. That's all yours. That's all yours, Jeff. Let's cut another one here, and we'll dig in. I think this is the spicy one. We'll dig in and see how these taste. See if it lived up to expectations. Oh, it looks like a one-hander. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. That's disgusting.
Nice. Nice.
Holy, get on it.
What the hell did you do to it? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's delicious. It's delicious.
And it's on a stick.
And I have to say, Chris and Jeff, I am impressed. That's really good. Really, really good. I think you could hit that with a whole bunch of different spices too.
Yeah.
I think it's so good because of the garlic.
Yeah, that stuff is really
Yeah, that
good.
garlic seasoning, really good.
But just like when you're doing it in the oven at like 490,
Yeah, it's like roasted.
you're looking at the dark pieces, and those are the best ones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Guys, Nate made it fancy. He really made the sausage fancy, and he made it great. Very impressive, Nate. To me, absolutely delicious. I think the only way to cook sausage from now on is to cut it up. Nice small pieces. Makes it very, very easy to eat. The basil, killer.
The basil was a game
Killer.
changer.
Oh.
Game changer.
And the provolone cheese, the sharp provolone cheese.
Provolone's
Delicious.
great. I think the basil really made it.
Well done, my friend.
Basil
Well done.
definitely made it. This is delicious. Even on a low carb wrap, it's still really good.
So what I'll say is, it doesn't taste like a sausage, onion, pepper sub. It tastes a little different. It tastes more like a calzone maybe, or like a stromboli.
Well,
You know?
it's not a soft roll. You usually get a soft roll with your sausage. You
And
know?
yes, and like Jeff said, it's not, you don't have that casing. You're not getting that.
Right.
But the bread toasted like this on the griddle,
Delicious.
outstanding.
Next
Outstanding.
level.
Yeah.
Fancy, maybe. Well, someone might say fancy.
And you guys crushed it on the broccoli. I'm really impressed with the broccoli too. So, hey, anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out. This was fun.
Watching us freeze our asses off
Yeah.
tonight.
Other than how cold it was, this was fun. And we have to go back out there and take down the lights and clean up the griddle. But anyways, thanks for hanging out.
And Jeff ate.
Jeff, hey, yeah.
Everybody gives me a hard time.
Hit like, hit subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Good job, Nate.
Thank you.